Hello, my name is Tom Cruise, and tonight is going to be a big night. A very, very big night. Welcome to...
Shut up! Just shut up! You had me at hello. Let's start the show! Show for you tonight. I'll tell you, that sofa is going to be more crowded than Heathrow Terminal 5 last weekend. Hey, anyone there? Anyone there? What am I thinking? Everyone was there. 75,000 people stranded after BA claimed it was hit with a massive IT problem. Yeah, I think there might have been an S and an H at the beginning of that as well. But, hey, who wants to leave the country when there's so much politics to enjoy on TV? Hey? I mean, there was the Jeremy Paxman interviews with both leaders, had viewers at home on the edge of their seats. Yeah. This is so British. Jeremy Corbyn went on the One Show. Okay, I don't know if you saw it, but one of Jeremy's hobbies is decorative manhole covers. Not making this up. So they did a quiz where Jeremy had to guess what was behind a variety of them. There he is. He's very good at it, I have to say. They were going to save that item for when Tim Farron comes on, but he thinks looking at manholes is a sin. So. Never looks down. Never looks down. Eyes forward. Eyes. We had the leaders' debate, didn't we? I say leaders' debate, either that or a really boring episode of 15 to 1. Hard to tell. Theresa May refused to take part in the debate. Refused. Of course, very, very busy. Very busy doing more important things. You know, like visiting a cheese factory. It's delicious. Apparently, that one melts after just a couple of seconds of grilling, which is presumably why she didn't want to do the TV debate. I wasn't talking about the cheese. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just a week to go, and the election has now become a proper contest. I mean, it really is all to play for. Mind you, the thought that Jeremy Corbyn could actually be this country's next Prime Minister has shocked a few people, not least this man. Let's get some guests on! Later, we'll have music from Coke Princess Beth, Ditto, everybody! Yeah! She'll be performing her new single, Fire. But first, this man has gone from teen heartthrob to fully fledged leading man. Now he brings us a hilarious reboot of Baywatch. It's a pleasure to welcome back Zac Efron, everybody! Oh! It's Wall! Hello, lovely to see you. Zac Efron, everybody! We've got the two stars of the new monster hit, The Mummy. One rose to fame in The Tudors and went on to star in Peaky Blinders. Please welcome Annabelle Wallis. Oh, pretty in blue. Hello, lovely to see you. Welcome to the show, Annabelle Wallis. And Top Gun, Jerry Maguire, Mission Impossible, Rain Man, the list goes on. He's simply the biggest movie star in the world. It is a warm welcome back to Mr. Tom Cruise! Yeah! Yes! Good one, man! Yeah! How does he do? Yeah! Have a seat. Oh! No, like, you should really do the lottery this week because they don't know who's going to be on the show. So to get this couch, well done you, is what I would say to you.
I said well done me.
Yeah, you should really do the lottery, Annabelle. Yeah. By the way, before we do another thing, we've got to get into this. Obviously, you join us at a time when these people are gripped by the election. They can talk of little else. They barely know who they're voting for. But there was a big fuss here, I don't know if you remember this, when Jeremy Corbyn got involved with the journalist in his car. Do you remember where the journalist's foot ran over the journalist's foot? And there was so much excitement about this, not because of the journalist, not because of Jeremy Corbyn, but because of who might be sitting in the back seat with Jeremy Corbyn. Is that you, Tom Cruise?
Yes, it is. Yes. I was advising him to go to the debate.
Very good.
That's good.
On it, yeah. He's only been in the country 5 seconds. Yeah, on it. Yeah.
Like, what is that? How can I be there?
It does look like you.
It does look like me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mission Impossible 6.
Yeah, it looks
Jeremy
like
Corbyn
he's-
as a cameo.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes.
You're doing car stunts in Mid Journalist. Now, obviously the two of you have been working together, so you know each other. But Zach and Tom, you know each other.
Yes.
Just in showbiz land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you meet if you're not in a film together? How does that happen?
We met at dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner?
Yeah. I showed up late to what turned out to be a fancy dinner. And I felt really underdressed. Showed up late. It was in like a beanie. And there was one open seat. I sat down and it was next to Tom. And he said, hey, let's hang out tomorrow. I'll show you some stuff at
Yeah.
you know, a couple
Want
of
to
the
know
school
about
dinners.
motorcycles and cars? and
Yeah,
stuff, so I showed him how to
yeah.
do that.
Invited me over.
Yeah.
So I showed up and I pulled my car inside a hangar with all of his stuff and like memorabilia and bikes, and I was kind of geeking out. And about a few minutes later, I hear like, so like slowly like peek out of the side of the hangar, and all of a sudden, boom! You just flew by at probably like 100 Mach 10 on a Ducati, and I was like, "Whoa, that was insane!" And you flipped around and pulled in and skirted up right next to me and took your helmet off. We're like, "Good morning."
That's what you are. That's what you are.
It was so cool. It was so cool.
Because I think this is your 5th time on the show. And I keep thinking, every time I think, this time I'll be cool about it. So not cool about it. It doesn't wear off, the Tom Cruise thing. Does it wear off in the film, the Cruise effect?
No, it really, on a set, I do feel for Tom because every day I'm sure I was like trying to encourage him to, you know, one classic Tom line, like, show me the money or something. I think, like, you know, there's always moments I was waiting, you know, with bated breath for something, but, you know.
And wasn't there a day when you had your friends on set?
Tom loves this story.
Okay, that is
Yes.
this is not
This
true.
is
There's the truth, and then there's Annabelle, and then there's
This is
the
not
truth. There's Annabelle's truth, and then there's the truth.
Let's hear Annabelle's truth.
My stories are far better. So we were in the middle of central London. We were shooting these running scenes, and all my girlfriends were coming down to
telling this story?
because it's great. And all my girlfriends came, and I was like, "Oh, Tom, look, my friends, wait!" And they were like, "Hi, Annabelle," and then he goes, "Watch this." He looks over, he goes, and they're like, "Ah!" And then he goes, "Annabelle, they're my friends now."
That is so not true. That is so not true.
That happened. I believe that. Even if you didn't say it, it's true. They are your friends now.
The truth is that Tom is an amazing, you're such a joker. He's an incredible joker on set. It's a lot of fun.
Hey, but we mustn't underplay the Zac Efron effect is very real as well.
Whoa, that was cool.
Because you were, when you were on the Baywatch press tour, there was pictures of you, I think this is in Australia. Were you, Australia's getting moves now, yeah. Is this you doing an homage to Top Gun?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Being honest.
But no,
Yeah.
you might as well, because it's real now, isn't it? Top Gun 2 is a real thing.
And we're gonna
Yeah.
next year we're gonna play
I know.
jets and
So it's all happening.
But I think it's you know, I think it's an homage to you, dude. You set that look. You set that look. Man. You're the man.
you make that work, man.
No, honestly, you know what? Can I pay you a compliment? This is something I want to say about Tom in front of everybody on TV. Throughout your career, Tom, you're known for action. You're known for being the man, the go-to guy for so many different genres, and you've mastered them all. And I don't care if it's there's pyrotechnics, if it's stunt work, if it's backflips or learning all these new skills that you've developed over your career, the one thing you consistently do that is magnificent is maintain a character with an arc all the way through a film. And I learn from you every single time I watch a movie. And I study your work.
Wow.
From Top Gun to the end. And I don't think you get enough. I really mean that, man. I really mean that, dude. Thank you.
Those are beautiful words, Zach. And I ask you, would you like a part in Top Gun 2? By any chance? I'm not saying he didn't mean it. I'm sure he meant it. I'm sure he meant it.
I feel the need, man. Oh, here we go.
The need for speed.
There we go.
First time. That was very good.
First time. Oh, man. You said I can't believe I got that.
Hey, Tom and Annabelle star in The Mummy. It opens next Friday, June the 9th. I was saying nice things to you both backstage about The Mummy, because it's one of those films you kind of think, oh, they're making that again. But you made it incredibly fresh. It's a whole new take on this story. Discuss.
Thank you.
There's no question. Start talking.
Okay, sorry. There's a universal... Are you supposed to ask me questions?
I know, I'm getting so lazy in my old age. I'm just like, I finished talking, now you.
Okay. Okay.
So this is very bad, isn't it?
Okay, go.
I should be on my A game. It's
I
Tom
got it.
Cruise. I'm so sorry.
I'll pick up the slack. So I love monster movies. I saw the original one that was made in the 30s, obviously not in the 30s, but as a kid I'd seen it on black and white TV. I wasn't allowed to watch it, but of course if you're not allowed to watch something, you're going to watch it. So 6 years old, I'd sneak in and I'd watch The Mummy, and there are other, like Frankenstein and Wolfman, and then I used to be so terrified I'd go and sleep in my sister's room on the floor. But as time has gone on, Universal, that really established Universal Studios as a really viable film studio. So they decided they're going to create the dark universe and really bring back these monsters to a modern audience with a different kind of modern tone. And this film is like, they said they wanted adventure and humor and scares and thrilling, and so here we are today.
And it really does deliver. It really does deliver on all of those things.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear, because we're screening it, and Annabelle Wallis joined us, because you have Sophia Boutella, who's very powerful. She's the Mummy. And she's very,
the Mummy.
Very powerful
Holy
woman.
shnikes.
I know. Scary.
Come to Mummy.
Beautiful. Come to Mummy. Come to Mummy. And then you have Annabelle. You need it. It really is this triangle.
So who do you play, Annabelle?
I play a character called Jennifer Halsey, and she is an archaeologist stationed out in the Middle East. She protects antiquities, works for World Heritage, meets this cheeky one out there where she's stationed, and he steals something from me and leads us to this sarcophagus and unleashes this energy.
He's kind of a scallywag, Nick. He's
Yes.
spent one night with her, stole the thing. He's a thief.
Best night of his life. I'd like
Yes,
to
best night. Unforgettable.
You said you'd sell me well.
Yeah, I said unforgettable. The amazing Annabelle.
Thank you very
Extraordinary
much.
Annabelle.
Thank you.
The powerful, funny Annabelle.
Thank you.
And this is,
Talented, intelligent,
Thank you.
witty
Look
Annabelle.
at this. Thank you very much.
and the
I
Mummy,
cannot wait to see this.
the Mummy is just the beginning. I mean, Universal, it's called the Dark Universe.
The Dark Universe. So this is an origin story, and really my character kind of brings us into the new world. And this is the actors. Russell Crowe is playing Dr. Jekyll. Javier is Frankenstein. Johnny Depp is going to be the Invisible Man, and Sophia is, of course, the Mummy, and Annabelle is in all them. And we're going to see Annabelle's in it also. She's not in that photo, but she's going to be in the films, and you'll see how the characters develop and what kind of monsters they're going to be. But this is going to be, it's just big summer popcorn entertainment. But we're also going to have some wonderful character moments and character humor and drama. Character. We're gonna have some character.
Yeah,
those are all great actors.
Johnny guys are like,
Who can get Johnny Depp to be invisible?
I know.
Amazing. That's gonna be genius.
Now you have brought us. This is a spectacular clip from The Mummy. This is you rescuing Annabelle's character. Here we go.
What the hell is that?
I've been wanting to do that in the movie, and I was going to put it in Mission, and then when I went to the meeting for Universal, they had the plane crashes. Chris McQuarrie, who wrote Direct Mission, I was like, do you mind if I put it in this? And it wouldn't have worked had you not said you would do this. And it's very exhausting. Technically, the studio was like, what are we doing? I said, no, we're going to shoot for real. They're like, what? You know, I said, no, let me just do R&D, and it's going to work. And everyone's kind of like, what? And I said, no, please, let's try it. So we actually convinced, we went to France, we convinced them to allow us to build the set inside this aircraft. And we went into Zero G, and the key was Annabelle, because you see me, we're moving around, we're a team dancing through this. And had you not been able to do that, we never would have gotten this sequence.
And to get the Zero G, what happens? So you go, how high do you
Parabola.
go?
You go up to 20,000 feet.
And reach terminal velocity.
You pull the nose up vertically, and then you go to 40,000 feet, and you do a parabolic arc. And in that, so you jump forward, and in that arc, you're weightless for 30 seconds. So we did it 64 times.
Good reaction, very good reaction.
Very good.
We got it on the first take, but...
But, famous people get very ill doing this.
Yes.
It's famously called...
Either of you?
No,
the
luckily,
vomit comet.
it's famous. Really, luckily, we didn't. We did not get sick. But the crew in between takes, they were pulling the bags out and hurling.
Last thing I feel like I'd be worried about up there is throw up.
Stuff was flying around. People were flying around. Crew were flying around at different takes.
And Tom, actually, in one scene, I got stuck on the bar at the back, and I was putting my pack on. And when gravity returns, it returns at double the force. So I knew that if I didn't get off this bar, I'd be choked. So they were counting down to return to gravity. And at 3, it was like 5, 4, 3. I said, Tom, I'm stuck. And in classic Tom, he went, I got you, 1 down.
You were on top of me through the Zero G. It was like,
You land awkwardly on each other all the time.
But it wasn't all stunts. There was fun on set as well. Annabelle said there was a lot of dancing. You did dancing, Annabelle?
Oh, yes, I love dancing.
But Tom dances as well.
we had.
Yes.
Look, we have a thing.
What sort of shapes would you throw?
I like this one where I go like, and I'd be like, watch out, boys, don't fall in love. She's gonna. And he would go, we're definitely not gonna fall in love.
What shapes would you throw, Tom?
What?
What shapes would you throw? What were you given?
Tom likes the classic. What's that one?
It's like.
Come on, darling.
That's like a little less gross.
If we get to music, hang on, music.
Come on, Zach, get on.
everyone
give
does
the girl the
Oh, here we go. Oh!
I mean, I am.
We're done. Very good. Well done.
Well done.
I just lived out a real life
I know,
fantasy.
I can't
Thank you.
believe it.
I just felt like Les Grossman.
Yeah, it's kind of like less gross. We would just get that. That's what we do. A little less.
My bucket list. That's all there.
Got it. Mine ticked along with my girlfriend. Thank you. I did one for the team.
Now, Zac Efron, your latest movie, Baywatch. It's out now, and it's a reboot of the famous television show. And it's everything you expect, but it's really funny. I mean, proper gross-out comedy funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. A lot of. Usually I have Alex Stradorio here to say it, but a lot of dicks. A lot of dick jokes. It's got everything the original Baywatch had. We poke fun at it in a great way, and then we amped up the action. We got The Rock to play Mitch, and yes. Yeah, my boy. My man. And it ended up being pretty fantastic. I'm stoked.
And it must be exciting for you, because as a kid, now, what was it? You didn't see this show growing up?
Not really. I had like the TV from like. You guys ever seen Stranger Things? Like the dial-up TV.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Woo, Stranger Things. But like, so I never really got to watch that much TV, but I remember at friends' houses it would be on, and I couldn't take my eyes off it. Like Pamela Anderson would be like running around and be like, "What is going on? This exists in the world? Like, what the heck? What world is this?" And so when I met with Dwayne or with The Rock over breakfast, and he ate his. I'll call it like a wok of oats. We talked about, this idea and making these characters.
It's like, you are really ripped, but look at that.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. And honestly, he's so smart. And I knew after that conversation that this was a fun thing.
And obviously it stars the two of you, but the originals do make appearances in the film.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. And that was, we didn't know when that was going to happen, but or if that was going to happen at all. But I got a text message, and it was kind of early, and I was in bed, and it said David Hasselhoff's on set. And here's the address. So that's me. I jumped out of bed. I'm in my pajamas. I got in the car. I've never driven so fast to set. And I caught the sun was going down, and they were shooting. Everyone's like, "Be quiet, be quiet." And I caught him shaking hands with The Rock, and sort of just then they finally yelled cut. And everyone celebrated and they hugged, and it was him. I don't know what celebration they were having, but that was it. And then right after that, he looked up at me. And the sun was behind him, and he had this glorious look on his face, like that David Hasselhoff, he was buff, tan, handsome. He was the dreamboat. He was that is the Hoff. And he stared right at me, and he just went, boom, and he pointed at me, and I was like, I froze. And then he shook my hand. He's like, "Hey, nice to meet you, Zach." And I was like, holy cow. And I didn't know what to say. It was incredible. It was like a dream come true.
Listen, we've got a clip from Baywatch. This is your character, Matt Brody, signing up for duty as a lifeguard.
Hey, Steph.
Hey.
New Kids on the Block here is from Iowa.
Really?
Let me ask you this. A lot of oceans in Iowa?
No, just ponds and lakes and cocky pretty boys. Hey, Mitch, what happened to that last pretty boy recruit we had?
He died.
What is this, lifeguard hazing? I'm Matt Brody. I hold the world record in the 200 meter.
Hey!
Matt Brody.
Matt Brody, yes, absolutely. And we still don't
give up.
So I'm going to say, it is quite out there, a lot of the humor, but because did you know your grandparents were going to see it?
Yeah, at some point they see
it. Was it they posted this lovely picture of them going to see it? They're your grandparents going to see it. It's not really for them. Do they enjoy it?
Oh no, it's for their demo for sure. It's definitely right up their alley. And I heard they loved it. They're just proud of anything I do, and I love them so much. My grandpa is my hero, so just that picture, and my grandma is my guardian angel. I can't say enough. That picture means so much to me. That's crazy.
It's so weird. It's so weird that that's their faces before they've seen.
And then there's I know. And then there's me in the middle, holding a 40 in a bag. It's a funny idea.
Because you had a similar experience, Annabelle. Your parents watching. Was it your parents with Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders, yes.
Which is an awesome show.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, there's a love scene. And my parents, I was watching my parents and my dad, I was just like, oh no, this is going to be so awkward, so awkward. And he was like, well, we know who you get that from.
Your mother just went,
good girl.
That's
my mother's
creepy.
Anyway.
I think the enthusiasm. Nothing else. Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Do not pretend you are not schooled in that area, my boy.
Okay. And I get it now.
Sorry.
In Baywatch, your character's a big drinker in Baywatch. But apparently, I like how posh this is. Robert De Niro gave you acting tips for drinking on screen.
Yeah. I mean, among various other great legendary tips.
But this is a good kind of shortcut tip.
Yeah, this was the best one. He goes, oh, you just spin in circles. Spin a lot of circles. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. And like literally, he had to play drunk in this scene, and he would just spin in circles like this. He would just go like like that until he couldn't stand anymore, like this. And then he'd be like, cool, let's go. And the whole scene, he'd just be like stumbling, but trying perfectly missing and standing. And it was amazing. It was the simplest, coolest piece of advice ever. And,
yeah. Because obviously, Tom Cruise, you don't need advice, but
I always need advice.
well, no, but you have. But looking at the people you've worked with,
I want all the
you've
help
worked with
I
like
can
people like Paul Newman, Jack Nicholson, Justin Hoffman. I mean, did you get any tips like that? Kind of shortcut tips?
Yeah, always. I mean, just to be on set and watch them work. I was really privileged to be a young actor, and there I am, being able to spend time with Newman and rehearse and create character, being directed by Scorsese or Gene Hackman or Bobby Duvall, legends really. And Hoffman, I mean, we spent 2 years developing Rain Man, so I really always just learned a tremendous amount. I mean, really just, and as time has gone on, you just don't, that their advice resonates even more and more.
And how do they give advice? Because obviously there has to be a mutual respect between actors, but do they kind of go, you will find it easier if you, or why don't you try?
It was just by hanging around and watching them. I'm just such a student of film, and I'm just always there. I'm always early, last to leave, and so I'd just be there. And the directors knew that I was interested, so I'd go in and I was able to watch their rushes and see what they were doing and how each actor was developing. Their work is very different. There is no right way, and I realized very early on, everyone has their own voice as a writer, director, and actor, and there is no right way to do it. And you see these giants, I was just a young actor, and them having work where they're, exploring it and uncertain, like, is this going to work or not? And you just see, it gave me confidence in the process of filmmaking, and it was helpful.
Well, the movie that we're hearing a lot of buzz about already is Mission Impossible 6. Yes. Now, you're filming it now?
Yes.
Right, okay. So,
yes.
A producer has said, I quote, "What Tom is doing in this movie, I believe, will top anything that's come before. It is absolutely unbelievable. He's been training for a year. It's going to be the most impressive and unbelievable thing that Tom Cruise has done in a movie, and he's been working on it right since after Rogue Nation came out. It's going to be mind-blowing." Are you playing the piano? What's happening? You've been training for a year.
Actually, for a couple of years now for this.
So, I know you can't tell us what it is, but is it land-based? Is it speed-based?
Are you going to be the first person to Mars or something?
It would be a very long movie. Yeah.
Is it space-based? Is it space-based? Is it air-based? Water-based?
Yeah,
is there an animal in it?
Yeah.
Did you learn telekinesis?
Yeah, I know. What are you going to do? Look, it's really crazy. Honestly.
Have you done it yet?
No, I haven't done it.
So we don't know you've lived yet?
No, we don't. We don't. No, it's stuff that I've been training. We've done a lot of testing to see if it's actually possible, and how we can do it. I know.
Because I feel like you've done every. Like,
there's always another mountain.
What can this be?
There's always another mountain.
Is it a mountain?
Oh no, you learned how to fly, didn't you? On your own.
Human cannonball.
Yeah. How did you know that?
It'd be so great if it was.
So great. I know.
It'd be so great. Yeah, Mission Impossible 6, shut
on
down.
Fire. Just light me on fire and go. No, it's going to be. It's going to be really wild. Look, if we get it, I think it'll be very thrilling for an audience.
And I was thinking about like, have you ever seen a script, something, and you kind of think, I'm not going to do that. Actually, you know what? That sounds too difficult, too scary. Or have you just, everything's just going to go, no, let's do it?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
You were thinking, you can't be talking to me. That can't be a question for me. I've never seen anything in a script I wouldn't do.
I don't know. I don't know, actually. I really don't know. I mean, it's not like all the stunts and the things, the sequences, we kind of all build them together.
What about in The Last Samurai with all those sticks? Like, when you got just getting beat up.
Those guys were good. They were really.
Would they not hit you?
You know what? He would just put it in enough. I mean, those.
That's what
just like you feel it. You're like, That hurts. That hurts.
Just talk to it. Talk to
That
it.
hurts.
Talk to it. Just keep talking,
that?
Tom.
I don't
Keep
get it.
talking.
There was one thing you didn't want to do.
Which one? Which one?
There was one moment where there was a hint of amorous connection between, and I
That's
was like,
not true.
oh my God, look at this! I've got a great story to tell. I get to
This
kiss
is
Tom
another
Cruise.
Annabelle.
And then I watched Tom.
Truth.
No, and then I go to set. I'm like, I have a great story to tell, and I watch him go to the
story?
director in front of me and go, yeah, so I'm not feeling that good. And I was so offended. You were like, nah, that just doesn't feel good. In front
Guys,
of me,
please,
he didn't even
really.
go into a private room. I mean,
I love Annabelle. I love her. She's so talented. There's Annabelle's truth and
The problem is she's able to tell hers shortly to all of us.
I know.
We don't get to
She's
hear
so
yours.
good and she's so charming and everyone's like, oh my
Who do you
gosh. She was like,
And in terms of physical challenges, Zach, I was flicking through a magazine and I happened upon a photograph of Zach where Zach was casually walking down the street with no shirt on. And I think he must have got tired. And he was leaning against a parking meter. I think we've got the picture here. Now,
That was a photo shoot. What are you talking about?
I thought it was a paparazzi
you're
shot.
trying to be, it was
at the airport? Is that at the airport? Is that how
Cool
you
Hand Luke trying to take the parking meter off.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But now,
Love
are
that
you
reference.
really doing that, or are there
Oh
wires?
yeah, no, he's doing it.
Oh no, yeah, that's a.
No, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Not that I'm calling you a liar, but there was a pole right over there. Right there. Right behind you, there's a pole. It's right there. That pole. I couldn't see it. Sorry. That pole.
You want me to do the?
Yeah, do it. Can you?
Yeah, sure.
Can you really? Now I feel bad. No, you can do this, right?
You tested this thing, right?
Yeah, no, it's solid.
This has been used.
It's been tested. It's been tested.
By who?
It hasn't. We're not sure of her name, but.
Dang.
Do you want some music? Sure. Bow down to some music.
Apple
Yes, okay.
bottom jeans.
Okay, some music. Here we go.
I don't care, honestly. Now I have to wait for the beat.
No, you can do other music. Go ahead. Here we go. He's gonna do it. That is it. That's better than in the photo shoot. Zac Efron, everybody. Well done. That's impressive. Come sit down.
Thank you.
Wow. That is impressive.
Nicely done. Cool.
No, that was even better than the photo shoot. That was wow.
Did I get flat? Was
Yeah,
I flat?
absolutely perfect.
Wasn't better in the shot.
Perfect. You'll love it.
I'm so happy I could still do that.
So are we. That would have been I hired a pole. Right, it is time for music. This punk icon established herself as one of the most unique voices in music with her band Gossip. Now she's gone solo and is here tonight to perform her single Fire. Please welcome the fabulous Beth Ditto!
Sitting on the side of the road, ain't got an honest feeling in my bones. Felt like a fever, came on like a storm. What I felt, it can't be held no more. So get up, up. If you want my love, get up. If you want my love. Fire. Bless my soul, that's the way it is. Bless my soul, I can't resist. Now swift is the river, where the head is hard as stone. What's hot as hell, the same, believe you cold. my soul, that's the way it is. Bless my soul, I can't resist. Get it up. That's the way it is. Bless my soul, I can't resist. Thank you.
That's Ditto! Great job, Beth Ditto. Come on over, dude. Well, here she comes now. That was fabulous. Thank you so much. Beth Ditto, everybody. That's Zach and Annabelle and Tom.
Nice to meet you. Hi. Nice to meet you. Hello. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
That was fun. It has been too long since we had line dancing on the show.
Really?
Yeah, it's been years. It's been years.
Whose fault is that?
What I feel personally responsible.
Do you want me to talk to your director?
Beth Ditto,
This is what it's like on the A-List.
You've never been on the show before. I can't believe you've never been on the
Whose
show.
fault is that?
Again, it's mine. It's all my fault.
But look at this. This is a great first time. Thanks for letting me share the couch.
It's my first time too.
Is it really?
It is.
Jerk.
Yeah. It's all my fault.
You didn't even offer me one slice of that pineapple.
It's all yours. Have it, have it. We should say that is from the album Fake Sugar, which is out on June 16th.
Yes.
And this is it, your debut solo album.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm grown. I'm 36. Gossip was 17 years old. We were together since I was 18. So I guess, so from punk band to Graham Norton.
Yeah.
And now I made my own grown-up record, from squats to here.
And here's the thing, so it's not just music, but fashion also.
Oh, darling.
Yeah, well, you do. Is this one of your creations?
No, this is, I think it's pronounced Gucci.
Oh, yeah.
Like I say to my mother, it's Gucci. And she's like, what is that? And I say, it's hoochie, but longer.
It looks good.
Thank you.
Good. And tell me this, are you going to be touring the new album? You must be going to tour the new album.
What if I was like, no? Yes, I am, yeah.
Yeah,
I am.
good.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I hope you all come.
You will.
You will not wait in line for 2 hours at my show. Sorry, Zac Efron. That was me teasing you about the pole earlier.
Oh, yeah. I bet you could crush me on the pole.
I could literally crush you on a pole.
Do we have some music for that?
Yeah, where's the drummer? But
Listen,
you gotta wake up pretty early in the morning.
But seriously, thank you very much. Thanks for bringing those down.
Thanks
Beth
for
Ditto,
having
everybody.
me today. You were so fun. Everybody was just like, you were so fun.
Hey, that's nearly it. But we do have time before we go just to visit the big red chair. There's a big red chair.
Classic.
Now you never touched this thing, do you?
I haven't.
No.
Annabelle's gonna love
Yeah, how many times have you been on?
5 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, she got, but I ain't got her. She ain't got her.
He's Tom Cruise. That's what he's got.
Never heard of you.
Let's go to the big red chair. Hello.
Hi, Graham. It's David here.
It's David. You know David. What do you do, David?
I work in marketing.
Marketing. I thought you were going to say exotic dancer, but no, it's marketing.
I thought you were going to do this already.
No.
I was like, ha ha.
No. Let David tell his story. Off you go, David.
Okay, so when in my younger days, in the late 80s, when I was serving in the army, a couple of my friends told me that I bore a striking resemblance to Tom Cruise.
They were not good friends. Like, I don't know how long ago that was. No, you
He
don't.
was handsome.
He was perfectly handsome.
Yeah, it was,
but,
yeah.
but
I mean...
no TC.
No TC.
Off we go. Next one. Hello.
Hi.
I like you already. What's your name?
Moo.
Moo?
Yep.
I knew I liked her. It's Moo, everybody. And where's Moo from?
New Zealand.
Oh, you see, home of the anecdote. And Moo, are you on your travels, or are you living here?
I'm living here at the moment.
And what do you do, Moo?
I'm working in advertising for now, but soon to be makeup and special effects.
Ooh. Is Moo short for something?
Yeah, but we don't need to go into that.
It's worse than Moo? Okay. Okay, Moo, off you go with your story.
Okay, so it's not so much a story as a fun fact, but I've recently discovered that I'm actually related to someone on the stage.
Ooh. Okay, it's not me. Is it?
It's you, Graham.
You're related to me.
Fortunately, you're related to me.
Nonsense. No, she's not. It's not true.
I feel like he's scared to death right now.
What are we going to hear?
Well, no, I just thought Moo wants to be in the will, and no. Sling your hook, Moo. Okay, well, one more. This is it. Okay, here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Lottie.
Lottie. Hello, Lottie. And where are you from, Lottie?
From London.
London. And what do you do, Lottie?
I'm a civil engineer.
A civil engineer? That's a proper job. That's an actual job.
What's that like?
Well, I know. I can't imagine. I'm going to be civil and an engineer. Never missed a temper. No. Okay, Lottie, off you go.
So I organised a bingo event at work, and I thought it would be really fun to print off the bingo calling phrases before. So I quickly printed them off before the event, but I hadn't read them through. So it was going really well, but then I got to the number 69, and I was like, right, I'm at work, I don't want to say anything rude. So I looked down at the sheet, and there are 3 options, and the first option I saw was a favourite of mine, 69, and I was like, oh, I can't say that at work. So I went straight on to the next one without even thinking, and then I was like, 2 can dine, 69. To absolute silence from my work team.
You can walk, Lottie. You can walk.
Oh, no, can I go?
Oh, you want me to? Okay, there she goes. There goes Lottie. Well done to everybody on the big red chairs. You guys join us on the show and have a go in that chair. You can contact us via our website for this for their address. That is it for tonight. Please say a huge thank you to my guests, Beth Ditto, Efron, Annabelle Wallis, Mr. Tom Cruise! Join me next week with musical guest Shawn Mendes, the almost hilarious Greg Davies, world boxing champion Anthony Joshua, and Oscar winner Rachel Weisz. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye!
Ariana Grande is joined by a multitude of stars for the One Love Manchester concert here on BBC One this Sunday from 6:55. And you'll also be able to listen live on Radio 1, 2 and 5 Live. Back to tonight, and in a moment, our film Sliding Doors. Oh, hang on, Tom's back.
Okay, here we go then. And in 3, 2.
So, hello, my name is Tom Cruise, and tonight is going to be a very big night. Hold it, let me do that again. I messed it up. Okay, all right, good.
Here we go. And 3, 2.
Oh, sorry.